time it's controlled by Villanova. This is a series that dates back to the Puerto Rico Tip-Off Classic in 1996. Nova leads at 7-3, but the Bulldogs have won, as I mentioned, 3 straight. DiVincenzo down the lane, high off the glass, no. Weidman with the rebound. Butler lost to Xavier, 98-93 in overtime in Indy on Wednesday. Keelan Martin made a career-high 6 threes and scored 34 points and played the whole 45 minutes. They need him today.
Well, they need him to start off often and early to put a lot of pressure on his Villanova defense, one of the toughest guys to guard one-on-one in our conference.
Here's that Butler discipline on offense. Baldwin, step back, jump shot. It's pure, and the Bulldogs are on the board.
Well, speaking about stepping up, I think when Kamar Baldwin is aggressive early, in regards to penetrating, looking for his shots, he's going to put the Villanova defense on their heels, and that's when he can begin to now dissect and make plays for his teammates.
He flirted with a triple-double in the upset at Nova, 19-9 and 7 assists. Bridges deep, in and out. And here comes Aaron Thompson, the freshman point guard, making better decisions. Baldwin again with a jump shot, this time a 3, and he has a quick 5.
And that's the discipline part right there Coach Wright talked about. Miss, up the court quickly, spread out the defense, and they're able to get a high-quality shot early within the shot clock.
Runs it down the lane, stripped out of his hands by Thompson. Inside, the big Ragu is on the board. Dante DiVincenzo.
I just love underneath out-of-bounds plays when they're executed to perfection. That time, Butler's defense just fell asleep, and the big Ragu able to get an easy 2 inside.
Butler beat Villanova 101-93 at Hinkle in late December. Keelan Martin had 24. Down the lane, the teardrop, and it goes. There's Keelan Martin.
How about the Val Jordan said, when you think about Keelan on the next level, I said, make plays like that, the versatility he has, he can be so valuable because he can do so many things, especially when he stays aggressive, Gus.
Third in the Big East in scoring, averaging 20 points a game. DiVincenzo, nice bounce pass. Spellman, take that! I tell you what, Omari Spellman can give it to you sweet and sour, Jimmy.
But he made himself available instead of crowding the lane. You see a steal, near steal here.
Baseline, Martin, rise and fire. Boom.
You know, it's ironic. Villanova had an opportunity for a steal, but it goes the other way. So now it's a 3-ball because the defense was spread out, not matched up. Keelan Martin able to take advantage of it in the corner.
Here's Bridges posting up on Martin. Rumping, grinding, in the paint. Left hand up and in. That's a big-time move right there.
Why are we strong? You say Keelan Martin is bigger. How did Mikal Bridges able to get in the lane where he had 2, 3, 4 dribbles?
The 26-point, 12-rebound game last week against Seton Hall, taking on Angel Delgado. He's so versatile at 6'10". Brunson posting now, the freshman. Across the lane quickly, left hand, leader goes down.
Well, and how do you guard that? Do you want to come down and double on the guard, post up, and leave open opportunities? That's why it's important for Baldwin, whoever's guarding Jalen Brunson. You can't allow him to get deep position down low. He's way too crafty for that.
Brunson coming off a 28-point game against St. John's on Wednesday in the loss. Martin puts it on the deck, kicks it out. Baldwin is hit 2. Dumps it down. Nice catch. Weidman can't finish. Spellman tracks it. Brunson pushes it. DiVincenzo rejected. Saved from going out of bounds by Thompson. Great pace to start. Jurgensen rises. And the George Washington transfer off the mark on the 8th. But the Wildcats had their second worst three-point shooting game of the season and had their 9-game winning streak snapped. Baseline, Brunson got his man in the air, and Thompson.
That's where you miss Eric Pascal. You see the shot right here. But they can put him on the post, and now he can get some baskets without him in the lineup. It really hurt him against St. John's.
Sean McDermott is checked in for Thompson. Baseline, Keelan Martin, and he knocks down another J. That's a triple. 8 points now for Keelan Martin.
But to be able to be versatile, Gus, to be able to step behind the arc, knock down the shot, to put it on the deck, to get in the post, how do you guard? I mean, that puts the onus on the defense to have to help.
Martin 3 for 3 to start. Bridges trying to answer. And here comes Jorgensen, the George Washington transfer. Cross court. Martin steps into a 3. 4 for 4. Watch out, folks. Keelan Martin, the senior from Louisville, Kentucky. Ballard High School. Gives Butler a 16-8 lead. Martin with 11.
Well, once again, in transition, not matching up. He was a trailer in that particular play, and no one communicated. He was able to step in and late contest at the end. Didn't take away that 3.
Runs it off the screen, short. Martin on the wing. He wants it. Jorgensen looks the other way. McDermott. Now Martin. He's got range. Guarded by Brunson. Takes him off the dribble. Lobs it inside, and nicely done. Nate Fowler didn't bring it down, kept it high and banks it in, and all of a sudden Villanova's got major trouble. 18-8 Butler. Even Chinzo mishandles it, picks it up off the deck. Gillespie down the lane. Brunson, stop and start.
Great defense by McDermott.
Gillespie's got to hurry, and he doesn't get it off in time.
In their transition offense.
Is that a secondary break, Jim?
Well, actually, that is the fast break that turned into an opportunity. Secondary, if they would have made a couple passes and went into kind of an offensive flow. Unreal, man.
Inside Fowler. Up top. That one goes down for McDermott. Right now, Villanova getting shot out of their own gym. 11-0 run for Butler.
Well, I thought it was a good no call. That time, Amari Spillman just wasn't there. But how about McDermott? He had 17 points also in that Xavier win. We talked about could he be that third guy. He's one of the players that can stretch the defense, as we just saw in that three-point shot.
DiVincenzo off the crossover to get the roll. With Bill Booth out of the lineup with that hand injury. DiVincenzo, heavier load. Martin misses his first shot. Butler losing that game in overtime in Indy.
And that game, too, Xavier was able to get out to a 25-2 run in that first half, kind of put Butler behind the 8 ball.
Henry Badley checks in. Fadeaway jump shot, Bridges off the heel. Loose ball batted out, Spellman. Brunson cut off on the baseline. Thompson back in. Brunson backs him down. He's been working on this post game. Turnaround jumper in the paint is good.
And then you do. I mean, nothing you can do with that, Gus. I mean, just bigger, stronger, inside the place, and with a soft touch, it's just beautiful.
Brunson changed his body in the offseason, slimmed down, stopped eating as much meat, more of a vegetarian-based diet. Martin, pick and roll. Thompson inside, up and in, nicely done. Nate Fowler with great position. And Thompson, the freshman, found him.
And that's an advantage, too. If you're Butler, you got jump shots is great, but you know that this Villanova lineup is thin. Why not try to pound the ball inside also, see if you can pick up a cheap foul or two on Spillman, have him regulate his sitting down. Again, an advantage towards you.
Butler, 9 of 12 from the field. DiVincenzo to the cup. And he's fixed it. It's helped his Butler team play well.
But we've been able to utilize to spread this Villanova defense out and then make them pay inside the paint as well.
DiVincenzo misses the second. He has 6 points. 23-13. Thompson inside. Nice bounce pass in the baseline. Loose picked up. Fowler mid-range. Samuels with the board. Runs it the other way. Off the dribble to the cup. Kicks it out. Spellman, top of the key, and hits.
And it may not seem like a lot, but Brunson being under control, even though he lost his footing, allowed him to gather himself and find Amari Spellman open at the top of the key instead of being off balance and maybe possibly turning it over.
Meanwhile, the teardrop by Thompson goes down. Aaron Thompson, freshman from Glendale, Maryland. He continues to grow his decisions. We saw him earlier in Indianapolis. His decisions are getting better. They took on Purdue that day.
It's always tougher for a point guard coming in, especially in a disciplined system like this, where in high school you're used to doing whatever you want to do. But here, You got to value the basketball. Play smart.
Bridges has that one blocked by Martin against Seton Hall. Phil Booth has been out for a while with a hand injury. Baseline, Samuels pushes off, and a whistle and foul.
With contact, and McDermott felt the blunt of it.
Baldwin will bring it up to 4. Thompson on the bench. Jurgensen rolling high. McDermott. Martin trying to shake up Bridges. Lost it, threw it away. DiVincenzo. Bridges 1 for 6 to start. See if they try to get him toward the basket. Brunson off the dribble. And he gets a roll.
The soft touch that time. He kind of danced with it at the top. But the key was, Gus, Jalen Brunson got to his comfortable spot right there at the corner of the elbow. They would knock it in.
Right, Jalen Brunson so versatile. Jurgensen. Step back. Spellman with the board. He is just gobbling up rebounds.
And he may not be knocking down jump shots, but he is making his presence felt on defensive glass.
Brunson stripped. Jurgensen leads the way. Here's Jurgensen down the lane. Loose, squirts out. DiVincenzo scramble. Here comes a big rack. Go! And a whistle and out of bounds.
Zone more. Well, Coach Wright talked about you got freshmen that are not comfortable playing zone defense.
Thompson. Tell you what, Jimmy, I like this Jermaine Samuels. This kid plays with an aggression. He's from Franklin, Massachusetts. Freshman.
He already has the physique, the body of a Big East player.
Wildcats with the basketball. And knock.
Guys, when you want to win a road game, defense has to be on point, and Butler on full display right now with that.
Thompson stripped. Bridges, and he knocks it off Thompson. Agile. Fluid.
Confident.
Just disciplined. Jump shot getting better. Here's Brunson in the post. He likes it down here. Pull-up jumper.
Gus, now you don't have Pascal, so you need another post player. So what do? How many teams have the luxury of being able to put their point guard in the mid-post or short post? For me, than Jalen Brunson.
He starts this game 4 of 5. Bridges now. Backing up on Martin. Gets all the way to the basket. Can't squeeze it in. And a reaching foul coming up. Off the miss.
Sitting and watching, building up all that frustration, that anger of not playing in a good way. You know what I mean? Showing that he had to prove himself, once he got on the court.
Jurgensen inside. Fowler can't finish. DiVincenzo across the court. Quick release. Brunson. Jurgensen rakes it, takes it. Inside, Fowler, good position. This time he'll knock it down.
And I love the push, but how about Fowler? From basket to basket, straight down the middle of the court. But, again, the discipline or lack thereof for Villanova, not picking up Jurgensen early. Now he's able to get deep inside and then make any kind of play he wanted to make.
Fowler with 6. He averages 6 a game. Now Spellman back in. Pulls up. Baldwin, he's got Martin on the wing. They've gone away from Keelan Martin offensively. Inside, the wraparound Fowler. Martin. Brunson, pesky. Martin on the Villanova bench.
You don't want to see that.
And the traveling is being looked at. He's out. Got to take over. And he does. He's got that foot.
Contact.
Jalen Brunson, a junior, but is on schedule to graduate this year. He scored the last 7, has 11 points, 27-23. Butler. Bulldogs have led by as many as 13. Baldwin on Gillespie. Off the glass, counted and the foul. And Baldwin adds a free throw.
They kind of told everybody he's arrived. He continues to get better and better.
DiVincenzo. Dante DiVincenzo knocking down the three. He has 8 points. Villanova right back in this game. Martin answers with a three. You got to keep this guy's hands full. You can't go away from him if you're Butler.
And that's part of what you do as a team. Aaron Thompson's very critical for him to understand the hot hand is Martin and to make sure that you're running offense to at least allow him to touch the basketball.
DiVincenzo pulls up. No call. Looks like he was fouled. Martin the other way in transition. Steps into a three. And it's Keelan Martin again with 17 in the first half. And we've got 4:20 to go.
Well, a reoccurring theme. That time, Amari Spillman was caught in between and really never committed to either getting back or stopping the ball. The more important thing, stop the basketball. That time, Keelan Martin able to walk right into a three.
DiVincenzo start to feel it. Hand off, DiVincenzo. Inside Samuels. As Omari Spellman just knocked it right to it.
But if you can't get it, keep it alive for your teammates. You see the switch in zone defense right here. Keep your eye on Samuels on the backside. He's a freshman.
McDermott lost it. Brunson pushes it. Brunson, Euro step, teardrop goes down. Boogie getting busy with 13. 36-30. Great atmosphere in Philadelphia.
Execution to keep this court spread, but also it's a lack of communication and recognition, especially in transition, by Villanova. So they had to clean that up.
Martin. Baseline Jurgensen with a look. Halfway down, pops out. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
Gus, but another clean look in the corner that time. The confusion from the Villanova defense has led to open shots.
Brunson once again down low. Here he goes into his post dance. Across the lane, fades short. Baldwin defends him well.
Well, good defense that time. He absorbed the contact and used those long arms to contest.
Martin trying to fire that second against Samuels. Playing with that tender hand. Baldwin curling down the lane. The runner in and out. Snatched down by Spellman. Gillespie the other way. Gillespie. Now Gillespie drives baseline. Deflected out of play. Last as Gillespie goes out of the game. Inside foul to the kick. Extra pass, McDermott. Long rebound, Jurgensen. Almost threw it away, but Baldwin's right there. Baldwin down the lane. Nice look. Fowler banks it in. Wow. 8 points for Nate the Great.
That time, Cosby Roundtree came up off the baseline and kind of stopped it. Guess he was waiting right on the backside. It was Fowler open for an easy two, but excellent pass and decision. That time by Kamar Baldwin.
Brunson driving to the basket, missed it at point-blank range, out of bounds. And
that's where the officials kind of get together, help each other out, make the correct call.
Bridges back in, playing with two. DiVincenzo draws a double, gets to the bucket. The big Ragu showing his strength.
Well, the big Ragu used that big backside that time on Jorgensen to kind of shimmy him out the way to get that shot up. And I like it because it's not like a push off with the arm, it's a butt off. That's what I call it.
Martin, 15-footer. 38-32. Villanova's trailed by as many as 13. Under a minute to go. Spellman, a brick. Jurgensen lost it. Keelan Martin looking for that J at all times. Inside, McDermott has to be strong, tied up, and the Wildcats will get it back. What he's working with them all, posted up and using his strength and leverage to get to the basket.
things you do to simulate game situations so you can bring it to the floor. That's one thing both of these teams do excellent very well as they practice how they play.
7 to shoot. Bridges turns the corner. Cut off. Gillespie takes the J. Pure. Martin the other way. Oh. The key for his team is to survive and advance. They're going to have to grind this one out, especially with injuries in their starting lineup. Pascal out. He's in concussion protocol. Booth out with the hand and a steal. Here's the grinder. Brunson. 15 points for Jalen Brunson. And Villanova is within 1.
But rare turnover that time. But how about Jalen Brunson being active off that handoff? Able to get out in transition. Get an easy 2 to start the half.
And Baldwin answers with the floater inside. Young man from Winder, Georgia. He has 10. Bridges, Spellman, DiVincenzo. 13 points for Dante DiVincenzo. And Villanova levels the game at 40. First tie of this ball game. Bounce pass, Weidman. Extra pass, rejected by DiVincenzo, picked up by Gillespie. Here's Brunson, in and out, dribble to the hole, and he dribbles it out. To shoot. Keelan Martin with the screen. Off the dribble. Rejected by Spellman. Adam Thompson, the inbounder. Baldwin on the fade. Short, but a foul coming up off. Nova has never led in this game. With a chance right here. DiVincenzo. Down the lane. And fouled by Jurgen.
Isolate a player when you know that he's going to make the right decision.
Second one goes down for DiVincenzo. He now has 15. Butler down for the first time in this game. Keelan Martin 3. Spellman with the board. His 7th rebound. And Brunson fouled this time. First half, Brunson D. Spellman, what a rebound. Athletic sizzle.
See, here we, how about Bencho, Ohio? Okay. Well, that's why he's such an outstanding player.
Martin down the lane. Aggressive. Left-hand floater. Offensive
move right there.
Caught you off guard that time, didn't it?
No, because I'm used to you always saying something about I know it's coming at some point of this broadcast.
Bridges, baseline. Spellman hits the floor, and an arrow favors.
To ask that question, he got the insight.
Brunson curling, running, pure. Brunson with 17.
The same Scott I talked to you about. Keelan Martin talked about Jalen Brunson and how intelligent, smart he is. And that with the right team in the NBA, high-quality player.
McDermott deep. And another rebound for Samuels, who's done a nice job off the bench. DiVincenzo. The big Ragu taking this game off.
Last 11 after shooting 64% in the first 18 minutes. So the adjustment defensively for Villanova in the second half.
Well, they've done a nice job of slowing down Keelan Martin.
Under control. That's learning and understanding the game. That you're guiding him out with a reach in and put him to the line.
Both free throws good.
To stay solid. Don't bail him out. Again, you have to learn these things in game when you haven't played a lot.
DiVincenzo. Bridges, who's been quiet offensively today. Only 2 points. Been in foul trouble. Brunson fires. Jurgensen with a rebound. Speed dribble into the front court. They swing it. Martin. Shake and bake. Step back Jay. Batted out. Jurgensen with the board. New shot clock. New shot. Just 31% shooting from the three-point line, but they've shot 60% on twos. 11 layups or dunks.
And a 22-10 points in the paint for Villanova.
Brunson wide open. Can't do that. And Thompson is down. Guarded by Gillespie. McDermott takes the jumper. Long rebound. Gillespie in the corner. Butler has gone cold in the second half. Villanova with 3 guards on the court. DiVincenzo step back jumper. Pure.
A little isolation play again, but it's the quick decision making. Once the ball is swung, the defense has to shift. DiVincenzo now makes a quick move. Now you can't recover to the baseline. Now he's able to go one-on-one.
He has 19. Butler, 1 for their last 14. Martin. Strong. Spellman. Two-handed board. Quick outlet. DiVincenzo in the open court. And an offensive foul. Baldwin down the lane. Pulls up. High archer and it goes down.
Well, at that time, the zone was spread out too far, that 2-3 zone. That allowed Fowler now to basically go and run a man-to-man play, a screen and roll for Kamar Baldwin. He was able to get inside the gap because up top, it was spread too far.
Brunson driving. Hands it off. Spellman, 5 points, 9 rebounds. Had 11 points, an academic redshirt last season. Second free throw goes.
And as much as I know they wish they had him last year, which could have made a difference, but him, I think, watching the game from the sideline allowed him to be educated a lot on how to play the game at this level. Man, it's paying off.
Inside, Fowler gets it up. Contested by Spellman and Bridges. Made him alter his shot. Bridges wants it in transition. They pass up on it.
Well, guys, in the first half, that would have been a layup for Butler, but Villanova much more active defensively, contesting shots, getting back.
Bridges. Can't find his stroke today. Only 2 points. Jurgensen. Pinned on the glass by Bridges, though. He's active defensively. Here's Bridges. The runner. Bats it out. Badly. Kicks it out. Jurgensen with Martin trailing. And he lays it in.
Wow, what a smart play by Paul Jurgensen right there. He knew that Keelan Martin was the trailer. He enticed Colin Gillespie to have to pick him up, and he dropped it off nicely. Excellent transition once again, offense by Butler.
53-46. Martin with 19, his first points in 10 minutes. DiVincenzo.
Mikal Bridges is frustrated right now. I get it. I've been there. When you miss shots, nothing is happening. But you're going to be able to get your touches. You have to keep your mental focus together. Continue to play defense and rebound like you're doing. You're going to get your chances to get some shots in this game.
Martin. Cross court. Baldwin. Extra pass. Jorgensen. Can't get one to fall and a whistle and foul.
He looked at his team and he said there are some opportunities with the misdirection on the weak side and the reverse. Look for that for Bridges on the next possession, guys.
All right, thank you very much. And a whistle inside. DiVincenzo gets the free zone. Averages 14 a game on the season. He has 21 right now.
And this is a 76% free throw shooting team in Villanova. My strategy now, continue to attack off the dribble, force Butler to play you. They bump you, cheap foul, now you go into the free throw line.
Martin. Poked out of his hands, picks it up. Baldwin up top. Big jumper right there. He has 17.
Well, because of the scrum and scramble, that time Villanova was out of position. An excellent passing on the perimeter got Kamar Baldwin open. Let's see if Butler can string together a couple of defensive possessions to get some stops. He's cutting to his lead.
DiVincenzo down the lane, can't get his own rebound. Knocked Jorgensen, Baldwin, Keelan Martin. Badly and foul. Baldwin, he's got some space. Batted out, picked up, Brunson. DiVincenzo on the base. DiVincenzo, NBA three, and it's wet today for the big Ragoon. It's like throwing it in the ocean for this kid.
He deserved it because on that last defensive play, he fought and got over the top of the screen, which he could have got hit on and really opened up a shot for Kamar Baldwin. And then on the offensive end, able to capitalize on coming off of that stream extremely hard, squaring up and knocking it in.
24 points. Baseline Martin, and he answers deep in the corner. He has 22.
Much needed basket, not only for the Butler Bulldogs, but for Keelan Martin to struggle coming out in the second half. Let's see if that kind of get his juices flowing.
Dante DiVincenzo's career high is 25. Brunson hands it off to him. Bridges elevates and gets the roll.
Zone, even though it didn't go in cleanly, he saw the ball drop through the net.
Jorgensen drives, kicks, Martin deep again, and good. Keelan Martin within the gym range today, folks. He has 25. Remember, he's coming off a 34-point outing against Xavier. 60-55. DiVincenzo down the lane again, and the big Ragoon has got it going. Dante DiVincenzo with a new career high of 26.
Didn't I tell you that it's going to be a game where he'll get 30-something? I mean, I didn't know it was going to be today, but if he's still on that track. But my goodness, man, he's showing us everything in this game.
Across the lane, badly. Fowler has it taken away by Bridges. Baseline, Spellman across the lane, using that shoulder, and he'll go to.
That's right. And both knew how to understand how to play out of their range.
Incredible job of getting himself in shape. Right now, he has 9 points and 9 rebounds. 64-55. Across the lane, McDermott takes Spellman off the dribble. Blocked by Spellman. Outlet Bridges. The lob. Oh! Inside the wheel and deal. Cosby Roundtree. Largest lead of the game for the Villanova Wildcats. Jorgensen. And he stops the bleeding.
Now, that was classic offense. Dribble drive, you kick, you don't have a shot. The next guy drives, the defense helps. You don't have a shot, then you get it to the open guy, splash. That's classic Butler offense to perfection.
66-58, approaching the 7-minute mark of the second half. Villanova patient. Brunson, pull up. And a foul coming up.
Chefu.
Don't forget about Daniel Chefu as well. Martin. Cross court. Badly reluctant to take that jump shot. Baldwin going one-on-one in the corner. Badly, he'll fire. McDermott there for the tip.
That's part of the issue, too. Again, when you have penetration against the zone, now you shift it. You're playing a space and not at man. And that time, McDermott able to sneak his way around Amari Spellman to tip that back in.
McDermott, a redshirt sophomore. Bridges 2 for 10 today. And of 11 from the free throw line as Bridges makes the first.
To the free throw line and then get up and knock it in. Because in situations when you get into the penalty, early free throws making the opponents pay.
Keelan Martin. Rebounded badly. New shot clock for Butler. Under 6 to go. Ball dribbling to his right. Goes right through Jalen Brunson this time.
Well, by setting that pick on the zone and clearing out the strong side, it basically turned into a one-on-one against Brunson because the backside help wasn't there off the scramble, off the offensive rebound.
Baldwin giving Brunson some of his own medicine with 19 now. Here's Bridges. Inside, drop step, strip, badly, great hands, leads the charge. Baldwin on the bounce to the hole and a foul. Going to talk to the officials about that. As second one goes. This season, what a signature win this will be for Butler on the road. Villanova will fall a couple of spots in the ratings by virtue of their loss to St. John's on Wednesday. Brunson reverse. 22 for Jalen Brunson.
And that's why you catch the ball a little bit higher off the block, knowing that maybe the middle might be clogged. He's able to catch, rip through, and still have enough space on the baseline and navigate and get that shot on the reverse side.
Keelan Martin pulls up, in and out. Gillespie kicks it out. Brunson, Euro, off the window, no. Chinzo, Jalen with 22. DiVincenzo with a career-high 26. Rare miss for Jalen Brunson.
Efficiency, the smart offensive calling, play calling by Villanova.
Second one good. Over the years, Jay Wright has had some spectacular guards on this team.
And they developed them over time, too, as well, Gus.
Kyle Lowry and a steal. Here comes Bridges. Watch out. Ferocious. (73-64), and he took out the frustration on the rim.
Yeah, what Mikal Bridges in this second had to see Jorgensen with the drive, digging into his toolbox. Okay, offensively, I may not be going, but on the defensive end, I can have a huge impact that will give my team a chance to win, and you saw him right there with the steal and the finish.
8 points for Bridges. Gillespie showing his handle, turns the corner. Up top, Samuels. And DiVincenzo with the follow. He's got 28. 75-66. And it
was the tools that I was able to use, that I was able to reach into. But I had to learn that a little bit. And you see that maturation process with Butler players, but also, speaking of DiVincenzo, his decision-making is better.
Off the dribble, DiVincenzo lost it on the way up into the hands of Bridges down the lane. The kick, Brunson shows it, wheels, in and out. Keelan Martin the other way, and he's stripped. Keelan Martin 3. Don't knock his hustle. This kid is spectacular. 20. He had a pretty good jumper.
Yeah, it was a little wet.
It was okay. And an offensive foul on Spellman. Martin has been the go-to man with 28 points, as well as Baldwin. Shows it, leads, and banks it down. 75-71, 23 for Baldwin.
And his ability to use his offhand, Gus, is just spectacular, especially right there off the glass. What soft touch.
He's got 23 at 8 at halftime. But can Butler come up with stops? Bridges, short, Fowler has it. Here come the Bulldogs with momentum. Baldwin in the corner, Jorgensen fumbles it out of bounds.
Partner for Villanova.
So here come the lefties guarding each other. Brunson lost his footing. DiVincenzo pulls up, 30. The big Ragoon breaking out. Jimmy, you told me he had a 30-point game in it. He's got it right now, a career high.
I'm playing Powerball I'm going to get my Powerball ticket right after the game.
Badly. And a rebound to Spellman, his 10th. He's been a machine. Gillespie on the red, too. Gillespie at the line. It's solid today.
Whether on defense or on offense, trying to do too much.
The St. John's Red Storm, 3 in a row. They beat Marquette today.
Wow.
Watch out. Martin down the lane, attacks Spellman and his foul.
I can hit you in bunches again, that's you know.
79-73, DiVincenzo to Spellman. Brunson takes his time. Down the lane and foul.
It's a beautiful thing to watch both of these two teams play because
Closing in on a minute. Baldwin takes a 3. Spellman with his 11th rebound. Pat, Jay Wright told us they had to grind it out today. Survive and advance. Spellman with 10 points. 82-73. Baldwin in the corner. Martin on a day in which he has 30 points. Takes a long jump shot. And a rebound to Gillespie. Brunson fouled and will go to the free throw line. Villanova, I'm sorry, go ahead.
34%.
Villanova has not lost 2 games in a row in 5 years. Both free throws good.
Have trust in the zone defense at times when it's critical. And actually he extended that in the second half because it was working pretty. That's going to benefit you in the long term.
25. Hey. Long pass. Bridges. Again. Mikal Bridges in double figures now with 10.
Touchdown, Eagles.
And he rips one away.
That was straight out the Eagles playbook.
That's right. Nick Foles to Mikal Bridges.
Right. Peterson would have been proud of that.
The Villanova avenging their early season loss to Butler. They snapped Butler's 3-game winning streak against Villanova. The Stars came out and shined. The big Broncos